Have you ever wondered why some drivers replace their car battery every 3 years, while others seem to get 7, 8, or even 10 years out of the same one? Here's the truth: in most cases, batteries don't fail because they're poorly made. They fail because they're neglected. Professional fleet operators know this better than anyone. Vehicles that rack up thousands of miles every month often get far longer battery life simply because they follow a few basic maintenance habits that most everyday drivers never learn. In this video, we're counting down 15 simple battery maintenance tips, starting with quick monthly checks and finishing with the single most important habit that can prevent unexpected battery failure. Most of these tips cost nothing and take only a few minutes. Let's begin. Number 15. Inspect your battery terminals regularly. The easiest way to extend battery life is also the one most people never do. Once every month, open the hood and take a quick look at your battery terminals. These are the metal connections attached to the battery posts. They should be clean, tight, and free from any corrosion. If you notice white, green, or bluish powder around the terminals, that's corrosion beginning to build up. Even a small amount creates electrical resistance, making it harder for your alternator to recharge the battery efficiently. Over time, that extra resistance forces the charging system to work harder while the battery slowly loses capacity. While you're inspecting the terminals, also check that the cables aren't damaged and that the battery itself is securely mounted. This simple 30-second inspection can catch problems long before they leave you stranded. Number 14. Remove corrosion before it becomes a problem. If you spot corrosion during your inspection, don't ignore it. Fortunately, removing it is both easy and inexpensive. Mix about 1 teaspoon of baking soda into a cup of water until it dissolves completely. 1. Before cleaning, disconnect the battery safely by removing the negative cable first, followed by the positive cable. Pour a little of the solution over the corroded areas. You'll notice it bubbling as it neutralizes the acidic residue. Use an old toothbrush or small wire brush to scrub the terminals until the metal is clean. Afterward, rinse everything with clean water, dry it thoroughly, then reconnect the battery, positive terminal first, negative terminal last. The entire process takes only a few minutes but restores a strong electrical connection that helps the battery charge properly. Regular cleaning like this can dramatically reduce the chance of premature battery failure. Number 13. Make sure the terminal connections are tight. Clean terminals won't help much if they're loose. Even slight movement between the battery post and the cable creates voltage loss, making the battery recharge less efficiently every time you drive. Number 12. Examine the battery cables. The terminals aren't the only parts worth checking. Follow both battery cables from the battery to where they connect to the vehicle. Look for cracked insulation, frayed wires, corrosion around the cable ends, or signs of heat damage. Number 11. Keep the battery clean. This tip surprises many drivers. A dirty battery can slowly discharge itself. Dust, moisture, oil residue, and tiny amounts of battery acid can create a weak electrical path across the. Number 10. Make sure the battery is secure. Here's something many drivers never think about. Your battery isn't supposed to move. Every bump, pothole, and rough road creates vibration. If the battery isn't clamped down tightly, those constant vibrations slowly damage the internal lead plates. Number 9. Watch for hidden battery drains. Sometimes a battery isn't weak at all. It's simply being drained while the vehicle is parked. Modern vehicles constantly use small amounts of electricity to power clocks, security systems, memory settings, and onboard computers. That's completely normal. The problem starts when something continues drawing more power than it should. A faulty module, aftermarket accessory, or damaged electrical component can slowly discharge the. Number 8. Take longer drives. One of the fastest ways to shorten battery life is driving only short distances. Every time you start the engine, the starter motor uses a large amount of electricity. The alternator replaces that energy while you drive, but only if you drive long enough. Trips lasting just 5 or 10 minutes usually aren't enough to fully recharge the battery. Number 7. Don't let the battery go completely flat. A deeply discharged battery never fully recovers. Leaving your headlights on overnight, using accessories with the engine off for long periods, or allowing the battery to become completely drained all cause permanent damage inside the battery. Each deep discharge weakens the internal plates and encourages sulfate crystals to form. Eventually, the battery loses its ability to hold a full charge. If your battery ever becomes completely flat, don't rely solely on a jump start. Driving afterward may not restore it to full capacity. Instead, recharge it fully with a quality battery charger as soon as possible. Number 6. Check the electrolyte level. Not every battery is sealed. If yours has removable caps on top, there's another maintenance step worth adding to your routine. 2. Inside the battery is a mixture of sulfuric acid and water called electrolyte. As the battery ages, some of that water gradually evaporates. If the level drops too low, the lead plates become exposed to air, causing rapid deterioration. Number 5. Test your charging system every year. Many people replace perfectly good batteries when the real problem is hiding somewhere else. Your alternator is responsible for keeping the battery charged while the engine is running. If it isn't producing the correct voltage, even a brand new battery won't last very long. A charging system that's too weak leaves the battery constantly undercharged, while one that's. Number 4. Protect the battery from extreme heat. Most people assume winter is the biggest enemy of car batteries. In reality, heat usually causes more long-term damage. High temperatures speed up the chemical reactions inside the battery, causing water to evaporate faster and increasing wear on the internal plates. The damage often happens during summer, but you don't notice the effects until cold weather arrives, and the weakened battery suddenly refuses to start the engine. Whenever possible, park in a garage, under a carport, or in shaded areas during hot weather. Number 3. Help the battery in freezing weather. Cold weather doesn't usually damage a battery, it exposes one that's already weak. As temperatures drop, a battery produces fewer cranking amps while the engine becomes harder to turn over. 1. One simple trick can give it a small advantage on extremely cold mornings. Before starting the engine, switch on the headlights for about 30 seconds, then turn them off before cranking. Although it sounds unusual, the small electrical load slightly warms the battery internally, helping the. Number 2. Use a battery maintainer for vehicles that sit. Cars that spend weeks parked often develop battery problems even when nothing is actually wrong with them. Every battery slowly loses charge over time, even when disconnected from the vehicle. If the charge drops too far, sulfation begins forming inside the battery, permanently reducing its capacity. That's why collectors, classic car owners, and professional storage facilities rely on battery maintainers. Number 1. Load test the battery before it fails. Here's the maintenance step that ties everything together. A battery can appear perfectly healthy one day and fail completely the next. That's why waiting until it struggles to start the engine isn't the best strategy. Once your battery reaches around 3 years of age, have it load tested at least once a year. 2. Unlike a simple voltage check, a load test measures how well the battery performs under real starting conditions. Many auto parts stores offer this service free of charge, and it only takes a few minutes. The biggest advantage is that it identifies weak batteries before they leave you stranded. Replacing a battery on your own schedule is always cheaper, easier, and less stressful than dealing with. So, how many of these maintenance habits are already part of your routine? Let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear which tip surprised you the most, or if you have another battery-saving trick that's worked well for you over the years. If you found this guide useful, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe for more practical automotive maintenance tips that can save you money, extend the life of your vehicle, and help you avoid expensive repairs. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.